Good morning, sunshines. Welcome to Mayday's Vlogs. I'm Heather, known as Bunnyfish on Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon. And today is Saturday, the 11th of May, and it is raining outside. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. It's so lovely. I've been up since 4 because somebody needed breakfast at 4 a.m. Did not get it until 5 though, because although I was awake, I did not get up. Are you very offended? This kitten is not very cuddly. He hates it actually. Most of the time, 98% of the time, hates it. But whatever. I don't know. I just wanted to check in, and there were northern lights here last night in Michigan. Amazing. Strange. In a good way. Amazing. And now it's raining. Which is also amazing. I finished Bridgerton yesterday. Which one was it? It's in His Kiss. So I finished that yesterday. So I am putting square in my blanket this morning. I liked it better than the previous books, although there was a moment where it was like, is it gonna give too much away? Okay, so if you haven't read it and you want to read it, I'm gonna give a kind of mini spoiler ish. It is and it's not. Okay, so if you don't want to hear it, jump ahead about 20 seconds. Okay, so there's a moment where they're already engaged and the guy is like, oh, well, I need to sleep with her to lock it in, basically. And I was like, oh, okay. Do you really though? So that was the only part that I was like, but it was okay. It was actually really enjoyable. This one was kind of fun. So I liked it better than I liked the previous ones. It wasn't amazing though. Do I think I would recommend Bridgerton to people? Not really. Not really. I can think of so many other romance books that I like better. Although, have I read a lot of Regency romance? No. So I guess if someone was specifically like, hey, Regency romance, I'd be like, okay, this. But if they were just like romance novels, I would be like, oh, so many others before this would even come to mind. So many others. I am getting ready to make an order online. So I mentioned before, I'm sorry, okay. Can we just, I'm sure that I've said on the vlog before that I have eczema on my scalp, and so sometimes I get flakes, and I really try not to draw attention to them, but that time it was just bothering me so much. And yes, I am wearing the same shirt that I wore yesterday because if you're new here, I'm going to explain. If you've been here, you already know. I tend to just rewear the same clothes on the weekends because they're not dirty. They don't have anything on them. I didn't sweat in them. If they were sweaty, if they were smelly, if I had spilled something on them, of course I would change them. But they're not. And the idea that you can only wear an article of clothing other than undies for 12 hours and then it's too dirty to continue wearing is silly. So anybody who has the basket of clothes that, or the pile of clothes or the whatever of clothes where it's like, well, I wore it, but it's not dirty. That's me on the weekends. So depending on what the temperature is supposed to be this weekend, you might see me in this all weekend. Actually, you won't because I'm going to a concert tonight. So I'll be changing clothes for that. But tomorrow I could very well be back in this shirt. So I'm sure that I was getting to a point about something else. I don't remember what. Anyway, I'll remember later, or maybe I'll answer it in the weekly vlog in a couple days. So I picked up Heir of Fire, Sarah J. Maas. That's what I'm reading now. I'm only 10 pages in because I finished Bridgerton kind of early in the day, like 6 p.m. Not early. But then I didn't pick this up until bedtime. So yeah, I do want to go get bleach later today to bleach out my hair and then dye my hair green. So rain could be nice because that will mean that more people, like less people, are out and about and doing things. And I think Meijer, which is like the big supermarket, I think they have bleach kits. So I do have a couple things that I need to pick up from Meijer anyway, so I guess I'm going to check there first, and then if they don't have bleach kits, I feel like they do, but if they don't, then I'll go to a beauty supply store. The beauty supply store is just further away. Like, it's 7 minutes to get to Meijer, and I have to go there anyway, but the beauty supply store is more like 15-20 minutes. Listen, those extra 13 minutes, they add up. And then that's an extra 13 minutes there and an extra 13 minutes back. That's almost a half hour. It's a lot. Oh, okay. So I have my to-do list. I'm going to be working on getting things done this weekend. Starting with putting in this blanket square, which was not on the list, but that's fine. I remember I touched my computer and I was like, oh yes, that's what I was talking about. So I had talked earlier this month about maybe ordering yarn from my yarn shop, which is going out of business, but it feels a little stressful because if the order doesn't get here, if something happens, like the yarn shop will be closed. And I did find that Webb's sells Barocco because obviously Webb's is a yarn store and you can only get Barocco through a yarn store. You can't get Barocco through Barocco. So I'm going to order some from Webb's, and general consensus was like, get 12 skeins. So I'm going to get 12. And hope that that's enough. And if it's not, then I'm going to hope that Webb's has it still. And yeah, I know that like I'm risking dye lots and stuff, but it'll be okay. So, but here's my thing about Barocco Vintage Baby. Let me check this listing real quick. Okay, so it's 52% acrylic, 40% wool, and 8% nylon. It says you can machine wash it gentle. Lies. Like, okay. Yeah. Maybe. It says 65 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. I would use only your coldest setting because the skirt that I made for my daughter last year out of Vintage Baby, Barocco Vintage Baby, the Vintage Baby totally has completely felted. Even though like it went through the wash one time and I was like, oh no. And like it's a handmade piece, so we always hang it to dry, but it definitely felted. So this blanket, had I realized that before I started this blanket, I would not have used this yarn because it's a blanket. I need to be able to wash it occasionally. Although not really that often. But still, I would have picked a different yarn. But this is the yarn that I'm using. We're committed. I'm halfway through a blanket. I'll just have to be like, It'll be fine because when I do the laundry, I change temperature settings. When my kids do the laundry, they just press the start button. So whatever it's on is whatever it's getting. So just, something to be aware of. And this is the funny thing. It says this machine washable, this yarn is machine washable and dryable. It is not. That skirt proves it is not. So in case you were going to get some Barocco vintage baby, I would say get something else. They have their other vintage stuff. I'm pretty sure washes well. I feel like I have something that's in Barocco vintage that has washed well, but I don't know. I would be wary. Unless you don't mind hand washing things, which I don't. I don't even mind hand washing blankets. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. What? What you needin'? Just not an outside kitty and it's raining. What? Just a baby. Just a baby. Very right on my laptop. Very rude. Hey sunshines, so I have my hair bleaching, and I helped my daughter dye her hair. She's going from princess pink, basically, I mean faded, but princess pink to black, purple, blue. And I know it's mermaid colors. I get it. But something about my little gothy alt girl heart is so happy about it. I'm so excited that she's putting dark colors in her hair and I love my daughter, and I even love that she loves to wear head to toe pink, and that purple's her favorite color, and I love all of that about her because it's so her and I love it. But something about her looking a little bit like me, styling a little bit like me, I don't know. Also, I don't have hair clips, but I do have binder clips, so there's that. And my daughter's hair, because she did her whole head, is in a plastic grocery bag. That's how we roll. Okay, my hair is rinsed. I'm just letting it dry for probably another hour before I put the dye on it. I'm so excited. My sister's best friend and her boyfriend are going to this concert. So they're going to pick me up. So we just made those plans. So now I don't have to worry about driving, which I love because driving in Detroit is not my favorite thing. Especially on a Saturday night, there's going to be so many people. So much. It's going to be so much. So they're going to pick me up, which is awesome. I have not done anything on my to-do list, I don't think. It's fine. I have all day tomorrow to not all day tomorrow. We're going to breakfast. But most of the day tomorrow in which to be productive. And if I'm honest, most Saturdays are spent being productive adjacent and just kind of becoming not dysregulated. Because by Friday I'm so dysregulated. So yeah. And also look what my hair, I even went back and put extra bleach in this area. It doesn't make any sense. This is not dyed hair. This is This is my hair color, and it just didn't want to bleach out, so whatever. It's fine though, because I'm dyeing it over with I'm dyeing it over green. It's kind of a bluey green, so it'll just be a darker patch of green, which I'm not actually opposed to. So it's fine. Oh, but I could never pull off blonde. Look how ridiculous that looks against my skin. Do not like. Okay, I'm gonna go. I have been knitting a little bit on one mitered square. I've been knitting on this same mitered square for like 2.5 hours. Also, in my defense, one of my best friends had to have a TED Talk moment because Mother's Day is hard around here, and my sister needed to have a TED Talk moment. We call these moments where like we have to go on big rants and then talk about it a little bit at the end. So I've had a couple TED Talks this morning, which is fine. I don't mind being that person. I like being that person, but only because they are also that person for me sometimes when I need it. So yeah. And my roommate brought me breakfast in bed. We had buttered noodles for breakfast, as one does. So it's fine. It's fine. I'm so excited for this concert tonight. I'm so excited. All right, the green is in. Now to just hang out for a couple hours with my bestie, with my sidekick. She's a babyish, yeah. And I did put in that mini, the original mini that I wanted to put in. It is in the bias strip for self-striping yarn. And now I'm going to, just barely started working on today's stripe on the sock. I'm going to put in today's stripe on the bias strip. I worked in that mitered square finally. So I'm getting onto my to-do list. It only took all day. It's fine. It's not all day. It's just afternoon. It's all dyed now. It's still very wet. But I'm going to take a nap because I've been up since 4 a.m. because of a kitten. And now I am tired. So when I wake up, I'll show it to you. I think I might throw some curlers in it though so I can get some wave things going on up here. I think. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that and then take a nap and then I'll see you later. Hey, sunshines. Okay, this is what my hair decided it wanted to do. I'm going with it. Probably won't even brush it because I'm going to a metalcore show and why would I brush my hair? I am gonna put on some eyeliner. Maybe wear some purple lipstick. Thinking I'm just gonna wear some jeans. Like not even like cute jeans, just some jeans and a black t-shirt and a hoodie. Probably this hoodie. Probably totally gonna wear my school hoodie to go to this concert. Yeah. It's too cold to be cute today. It's too cold. I'll be cute a different day. Different concert. Today's too cold. But look how cute my hair turned out. Look at that green. Yes. So good. All right, I read my rule for the day. Da-da-da-da. I've done my stripe. And I pulled out, I have 2 full pairs of these socks now. So they don't match, they're just coordinating. They're the 24 stripe socks also. And I pulled them out and look, the legs aren't the same length. And they're not even the same number of stripes. So this is fine. It's fine. I think this is 16 stripes before I went straight above the heel, and this one was 15 before I go straight above the heel. I think for this one I'll do 15 before I go into the straight above the heel, because obviously you can see here that I need those straight stitches because there's some wear on the back of this sock. So I don't know what shoes I was wearing with those, but with that high instep that I have, like, shoes wear differently than they do for a lot of other people. But okay, I'm going to do through day 15. And then do the back half, just knit, and then put in a heel. So the 15th is a Wednesday. So, okay, perfect. Next weekend, I will be putting in the heel. That's cool. That means I don't have to worry about trying to put in the heel on a school night so that I can still do my stripes. Anyway, it is almost time for me to go to the concert. I am just tidying up, doing my nighttime tidying, like my right before bed tidying now, so that I am ready to go to bed if I want to when I get home. I probably won't. I'll probably be buzzing from energy. And the northern lights might still be visible tonight. It's kind of cloudy, but we're supposed to have a break where it's going to be clear, like right around midnight, 1 a.m. So I'm probably going to stay up for that. I did catch a little glimpse of it yesterday, and that was really cool, but I'd like to see it again tonight. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to sleep early, but in case I am, in case I get home and I'm like, nope, I've lost every single spoon I have, I just want my room to be tidy. So I don't have to like put away my knitting, put away my books, put away my writing stuff. It'll just all be put away, because as you know, I like a physical to-do list. I like to have all of my stuff laying out so I can see it. So I want to put that away and I can get it all back out tomorrow. It's just the system that works best for my brain. The next time I see you will probably be at the concert. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I love music so much. Like, anytime anyone's like, you want to go to this concert or show, yes, immediate, yes. I don't even care who we're seeing. I only care where we're going if I have to drive. But if you're driving, yes. You want to go to, I'm near Detroit. You want to go to Grand Rapids, 2 hours away for a concert? Yes. Do I have to drive? If I have to drive, maybe. Do I love the band? Then it would be a yes again. So yeah, I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited. I'll see you there. Good morning, sunshines. Happy Saturday, the 12th of May. Oh, it is almost 8 o'clock in the morning. I just woke up my kiddos. Excuse me. Because my littlest wants to go to brunch. I don't do brunch. And plus, the restaurant I want to go to, by brunch time, it'll be like a 40-minute wait. I just checked right this minute. It's a 5-minute wait. So we're doing breakfast. She only wants to do brunch because one of her teachers is doing brunch. So she asked if we could do brunch. And I said, sure, but we're going to do breakfast instead. It's fine. She just wants the idea of the thing. And I don't mind going out for breakfast. So, anyway. Excuse me. So, they're getting up. I am definitely planning on wearing the same sweater that I wore yesterday. Yeah. And then back home and working on my to-do list. That's the plan for today. Yesterday, hold on, let's look. I'll actually show you the to-do list. Yesterday was a pretty excellent showing of how a lot of ADHD people function, wherein if you have a plan late in the day, it's so hard to do anything, even though any of these tasks could have been done before I went to the concert. It was so hard to do anything because my brain was just like ping, 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 like, ooh, this for the concert. I wonder about this, blah, 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 this. So I don't think that I'm getting all the way through all of this today. But maybe I'm going to try really hard to. I'm going to see what I can get through. Wish me luck. Hey, sunshines, it's a little after 4. Here's where I am on this to-do list. Oh, I can cross this stripe off. Actually, where's the pen? Here it is. Okay. So, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Oh, and I guess I should have checked over my list before I started talking to you. Laundry is in the washer and the dryer, so just gotta switch that over. So yeah, doing pretty good. Got my stripe in for the day. I'm working in, this is the last of the 3 minis that I wanted to put on this part of the blanket today, so almost done with that. And I just put the thigh high for my oldest kiddo on some needles, and I think we decided like 5 stripes, I think, above the knee. So I think we're there. My kiddo's thighs are not as big as mine. It's fine. So yeah, we're there. I think I'm going to be able to decrease a bunch of stitches now that we're at the knee area over this pink stripe. So that's exciting because that will obviously mean that the sock knitting will go faster, right? Less stitches. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. So I need to do this stripe, and then I think the other sock is at the same point, like at the beginning of this pink stripe. So hopefully I can do the second pink stripe too, so that like the decreases are at the same place. I am working from this cake. I wound the what's that called? Skein. I wound this skein into a ball. So maybe I will actually work them 2 at a time. Just so that, because I'm going to be doing decreases at a different rate than I was previously, that way they can be the same. Now that I say that, I think that's what I'm going to do. All right. Well, that means I have to catch the second sock up to this point and then do that. Okay, I just grabbed the other sock. I have a few rounds to go of the black, and then I need to do 4 rounds of the pink, and then I can put it together and hopefully finish both pink stripes today. That is the goal. It is now almost 5. And I switched over laundry and folded the dry things, so good job me. Look at him, just laying right on my journal. This is last week's entry. And remember, I was talking about how I fill in like quotes and things in black and write my entries in the color of the week. So I looked through my journal, and every single spread has something that I don't necessarily want the world at large to know. So this is the best I can do for showing you that. Okay, so I've caught up the second sock to where this first sock is, and I'm going to put it on 2 at a time. And I think
Of course, I reserve the right to change my mind in the future, but I think that I'm probably going to keep them two at a time now because they are going to be such a bigger project, and having them one at a time makes them easier to take on the go, but they're too big for on the go at this point. Like, they take up too much space. So, yeah, I'm going to do them two at a time, Magic Loop. And I think I will cast on the fingerless mitts that go with them because those will be a travelable project. And even though I have that sock on the go at school, it's I think the fingerless mitt would be easier because I'm about to do the short row part on the sock, and while I have proven that I can do it at school, it would be much easier to do it not at school. So I can do 2x2 rib so easily at school though. So
hey, sunshines. Whew, it's a little after 6, and it's Mother's Day in the US. If you celebrate, happy Mother's Day. If you don't, happy Sunday. I just had to have a phone call with my best friend. I do not frequently need to have phone calls with my best friends. I can usually like text and work through things, but I just got hit with the realization it's the first Mother's Day without my mom. And I knew it was coming because my sister's been sad about it all week, and my best friend is really sad about it. She lost her mom a long time ago to cancer. What is it, 12 years ago now? But her mom was awesome, and she has to do family things today, and that sucks for her. Like, she should be allowed to just come to my bed and hang out with me in my bed while we watch crappy reality TV and do nothing. But I was watching crappy reality TV. Currently watching The Farmer Wants a Wife on Hulu, the Australian version. I love reality dating shows. I always have. Since, like, I don't know, what was it, like Rock of Love and whatever the one with Flava Flav was, and I Love New York, and don't judge me. That was when I was a teenager growing up, and like, that was what MTV played, okay? Back before you could choose all of your programming. So anyway, sometimes I just love me some trashy reality TV dating stuff. So I was watching that, and they're having family visits, and an intrusive thought broke across my brain, and it was like, well, I would never have to introduce anyone to my mom anymore. And it wasn't a sad thought. And then my brain was like, oh my God, our biggest abuser is gone. So, I've talked about this before on here, but in case you're new, my mom never diagnosed as a narcissist because that's not what she did in her family. But she's like textbook. And she was just incredibly emotionally and verbally abusive to me my whole life. And on Monday, I was talking to a friend who I hadn't seen in a while, and they were like, oh, I haven't talked to you since your mom died. Like, how are you? How was that? And it was like, honestly, it's been great. And I feel like a jerk for saying that, but like, it's really nice. And my friend was like, no, you don't have to feel bad for saying that. Like, I never had a problem with her,
But I know that the way that she acted to me is different than the way that she acted to you. So your feelings about that make sense. And my friend basically validated that how I felt was okay. Ooh, I might cry. So yeah, like, I feel really guilty because that's my mom, right? And you're supposed to love your mom no matter what. But every time I remember that I don't have to listen to her talk poorly about my siblings to me, and every time I don't have to be the brunt of her anger, I just feel so relieved. And then I feel guilty for feeling relieved. So if you're having a hard Mother's Day, if you had a hard Mother's Day, me too. I'm here with you. And for whatever reason, maybe you lost your mom and you miss her so much, because that's how my best friend is feeling today. Or if you still have your mom and that's super stressful because you have to deal with her. Or if you want to be a mom and it just hasn't happened for you for whatever reason. Or if you are a mom and your baby's not with you in person or at all, like, if you're having a rough mom day, it's okay. Your feelings are valid. And it really, really kind of sucks that as a society we're forced to deal with this trauma every single year. And not just for a day, because for weeks, the advertisements have been talking about Mother's Day and whatever. And at school, there's Mother's Day projects and just... So if you're there, I see you. And if you're having a great Mother's Day, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy that for you this day is a joyful day and a good day. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna work on some things, and the next clip will be of knitting, okay? But thank you guys for being here. I love you guys so much. I really, really do. Hey, sunshines. It's almost 10 p.m. I just took myself on a walk because I was feeling super, super dysregulated. So yeah, I just got home and let's look at some knitting real quick. Well, here's the to-do list, and I did not finish the stripes on the sock. I'm 3.5 rounds away from finishing this pink, but I'm not going to do that tonight. It's fine. It's a goal, but it wasn't a necessity for living, so it's fine. Looking pretty good. How many stripes did I say I wanted to do this month? I don't even remember. But I'm only on the second one, so not as many as I said, I'm sure. It's fine. I haven't done any garter ridges this weekend. I did not get the clothing out of the dryer. It's still there. So it's dry, but it's not folded. This lesson plan and submit video is something I would have had to do at work on Friday. Didn't do it. I'll do it this coming week. Didn't read any flower letters. That's okay. And I didn't do all the minis that I wanted, but I did 5 total this weekend. So that's pretty good. So I don't know. Pretty successful on that to-do list. And I did finish adding in that 3rd yarn color. So now I'm gonna read Heir of Fire, go to sleep, and yeah, that is the end of this vlog. So I hope you enjoyed it.
was a eventful-ish weekend. And next vlog is going to be very eventful. Hopefully pretty cool. I'm doing a thing. I'll tell you because I'm not posting this until I'm doing the thing. I am taking myself on a trip. I am going to Grand Rapids, which is a couple hours away. I don't know. I don't actually know how far it is. Far away. I've never been there before. Not really. There's a college or something near there, so I've driven through there. Back when I was in college, we visited someone else at college, but we didn't go into Grand Rapids proper. We were just at the college. So I've technically I've been there, but not actually. So, yeah, I've never been there, but my favorite author, Jacqueline Carey, is hosting I don't even know, I can't think of what it's called. She's hosting a talk between 4 female authors. I am so excited. Veronica Roth is one of them. And I don't know how to pronounce the author's name, last name Vo. My friend Mimi got me into her books. She's going to be there. So I'm going to learn how to say her name. I'm finally going to learn how to say her name because I'm going to see her on a panel. A panel, that's what it's called. I'm going to see her on a panel. So the people there are going to know how to say her name. I'm so excited. I'm not familiar with the other 2 authors on the panel, but I'm just so excited to go see this panel. So I got myself a hotel for overnight because the talk isn't until the evening. And while I could drive home after, I figured enjoy myself, do something fun, have an adventure. So yeah, it feels really decadent and really strange and cool. And I still feel a little guilty for taking 2 days off work to go to this. Theoretically, I could have done it. I could work a half day on Tuesday and probably even a half day on Wednesday, leave early and get there. But I deserve it. It's my birthday, and nobody celebrates my birthday my whole life. So it's fine. I'm going to celebrate my own birthday this way by going and seeing some really awesome authors. And my favorite author said that she would totally be willing to sign books while we're there. So I might actually talk to my favorite author. I don't know. So you'll have to stay tuned. You'll have to come back for the next vlog to find out if I talk to my favorite author. I'm so excited.